Each of us on the team with our respective backgrounds, training, experience, really is what makes each other better. There's an old saying, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. And again, we just find that's true time and time again when we're working with really complex, multi-generational family business systems. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts there. I think no one person can really have a comprehensive understanding of that. But if more than one of us can get in the room with different perspectives, often different personalities, different styles, and if we're committed to really kind of working it through, having the debates, the arguments, sharing those ideas, it always comes out better. We can see so much more. We're serious about the work, so we will have some heated debates and arguments and challenge each other. But sort of that higher purpose or vision, we know what it can mean to the companies we serve.
As John and I have traveled the country over the last 6 years, we've developed this way of working with one another. And what that looks like when we're with the client is we read each other pretty well. And sometimes we kind of share a brain. He'll say what I was getting ready to say, and I'll take us in a direction that he was getting ready to. And that's not always the case, but the level of trust that we've built over the last 6 years, particularly in those client engagements, it takes the work to a different level.
The shared brain is a great phrase for it. But it could be in a strategic planning meeting with a management, a leadership team of it could be a family meeting, an owners meeting, a family council. But there's a lot of energy going around in there, and a lot of ideas, thoughts, emotions, energy going on. And to facilitate that process, as a team, one person can really get in there and get engaged, and the other one can kind of be the observing mind.
Reading the room.
And then it's sort of like, tag, you're it. And the other person can kind of step back and take that observing role, the person more directly engaged. What we see too, our clients watch our team very closely. Of course, they tend to listen to what they say, but I think mostly it's really sort of this modeling and watching what they're experiencing with us, and they figure if Stacy and I can debate effectively, can communicate effectively, can really work as a team, as different as we are, and sort of the different backgrounds and experiences and really generations we come out of, they kind of figure we can probably do that too.
Clients do watch us. They get a kick out of watching us argue and debate in front of them. Sometimes we inject that as necessary, and it just is off the cuff a lot of times as well. Letting them get an idea of what it looks like to truly team, to partner, to lead as a team. It gives them, if lack of better words, hope that something else can be where they're sitting. So when we come back to the office, it is getting that entire team around the table and kind of debriefing it, figuring out what the next steps are. Are there things that we're not thinking about? And that's where that power of team comes in. Our clients have access and get benefit from the entire team, not just the ones that are client facing.
Ideally, we're a collective mind of multiple disciplines, multiple generations, multiple personalities and styles, and everyone is engaged around the goals that our clients have. How do we best serve this? What do we know? How do we see from that perspective? How does a young generation Y, X, or millennial see this? What's their perspective on this? How does a more senior generation see this? So the dialogue inside here around these client goals and activities we work with, it gets rich. Even though we have a lot of expertise and knowledge and experience as individuals, if we lead as experts, we're typically going to find ourselves in trouble.
Right.
And one of the most challenging aspects of really becoming part of a team is to be able to sort of check or suspend our own position of expert
Bias.
and seek the expertise of the shared mind of the whole team.
And that's also what differentiates us from what I would call traditional management consultants. Not bringing the expert model or taking our twist on that, which is the client is the expert, checking our experiences and biases at the door, but yet that also comes in to help in our work with them.
Are we really serving the purposes, the goals, or are we protecting our own role with his family? Yeah, we're serving them. We're willing to give up our role if that's what needs to happen. It really takes a team to be able to have that kind of stance.
And saying those things that maybe they've never heard but always needed to be said. We're not doing the client any service if we hold that back from them. And we do have clients tell us often, thank you. It hurts in the moment, but down the road they say, appreciate that there's so many people in our past that could have told us that. And so that willing to be fired philosophy is what brings the best to our clients.